Hey guys, Razor Mike here. Welcome to my channel where we talk about everything photography. I am a portrait and beauty photographer out of Miami, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about this beauty right here. This is the 85mm macro f2 RF lens. Alright, so let's start with the design, right? So this is a very well designed lens. It's nice and sturdy, it's hefty, it feels nice. The control ring feels very tactile. We have this black matte finish, very elegant looking lens. It even smells good. This is a very well built lens. We have 3 switches here. We have our IS, our focus limiter, and our manual and autofocus switch. This is a very nice lens, very sturdy. So they went from a semi-gloss type of finish that they used to have to this matte black finish, which is definitely more modern feel. Now, I know there were complaints about the weather sealing on this lens, that it doesn't have any weather sealing. None of my past lenses that were not L series had weather sealing either, and I have never had a problem with that. I have never been in a shoot where, oh my god, I wish I had weather sealing, that the water got into the sensor. That has never happened, and I have been shooting for quite a while in different environments. Nothing crazy, of course. I've been in storms and shot under rain, and I've never had any problems with water just getting into the sensor or anything like that. So I don't know why people are so, adamant about the weather sealing on this lens. It's never bothered me, and it most likely won't affect any of you either if you're doing portrait photography outside normal conditions. And even rain, it's not going to seep through and damage your camera. It's just not. So I wouldn't worry about it. I don't worry about it, and I don't think you should either. Now, let's talk about this lens performance. Now, I have to break it up into 2 parts, really. The photo and the video side, because this lens has a personality. Starting with the photo. This lens is a rock star for photos. It can go from a macro shot back out to a normal and back out to infinity shot. I mean, it's just quick. It's a fast lens. The photos are very sharp with this lens. I can get very close to product. This is a great lens for portrait photography, product photography. Great for food as well, right? Food photography. So this is a very versatile lens, because as you know, this 85mm can get about this close to your subject. So we're talking about less than a foot. That's how close I can get with this 85mm. So I can get very close. It's a 2-to-1 macro, but it is a fantastic lens when it comes to photo. Now, let's talk about the video side. Now, the video side is a little bit tricky. I would have to say it's a Jekyll and Hyde when it comes to video, because at first I thought it had something to do with the engineering behind this lens. As it is with the photo side, the motor is quick to react to focus. It focuses here, focuses there really quick. And that's due to the motor being just very quick. It's a little louder, of course, but nothing that a lot of people complain about the noise. There's nothing. It's just a small little robotic mechanism that you hear going on in the lens. It's really not a big deal. I don't know why people are even mentioning the noise that it makes. It's not a big deal at all. But on video, due to the fact that you may want to record audio, they went ahead and slowed down the motor itself, so it is slower to in my position, I thought it was really slower to react to focus because of that, because they slowed it down to minimize the noise so you don't capture it on the audio of your video, right? But I noticed that when I was recording video for inanimate objects and I was getting closer and I would kind of back out, it takes a while for the focus to catch up with what's going on, right? So as I'm backing out, it took a while before it regained focus again. It was kind of like blurry for a couple seconds and then it would catch focus again. So I kind of felt like, okay, well, what's going on with this? But then again, I tested it with an actual subject. I tested it with my son in the pool, and I noticed that it was snappy. It was catching him. He was going underwater, he was coming back up, and it would catch him right back up again. I noticed I'd be able to focus in on him really quick during the video, and maybe pass a foreground element in front of him and see if it would lose focus, but it wouldn't lose him. It would just pick him back right up. And I really didn't see any issues with people. So to me, it was kind of like, what is up with this lens? It has its own personality. It doesn't like recording video with inanimate objects, but it loves videographing people. It loves to shoot people. It really does. So to me, it was kind of mind-boggling how it does such a great job with people, and it doesn't do so good with just inanimate objects. Now, some of you might think, oh, it's because of the eye detection. No, but I'm talking about, I would be able to capture my son, the back of his head, and then when he would turn and see his eye, it'd capture his eye. So it was very snappy. So it would capture a head, a body. It was just very good in recognizing body parts. So I don't know if that's part of the focusing system, that it's just better with people. But I found it to be not a problem with people at all. It's very good at video with people. I just found that it had a problem with inanimate objects. In conclusion, who is this lens for? I would have to say it's definitely for portrait photographers. Any type of photography that you're into, this lens is without a doubt should be in your tool bag. As far as video, I would not read too much into the reviews of this lens, that they give them a lot of negative press. This lens you have to check out for yourself. Give it a full week. I mean, you really have to like test this lens out. It's got a lot of great things. I'm able to get really close to my subjects with this lens to be able to capture details, eyes, lips, logos, clothing textures. I mean, there's a lot of things you can capture with this lens. For the base price of $600, I mean, you can't beat it. You really can't beat it. So definitely do yourself a favor and give this lens a chance. You won't regret it. Mike here, thank you for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and we can meet up and talk about something else. Razor Mike, out.